Good morning, students. This is Bhavna Ajwani, your English teacher, and I welcome you all students for the English period today. Yes, today I will not stress over things because I can control it. Now, you would be wondering, students, what the teacher has started this, what she's telling. Well, it's a quote, students. And it is important for us to keep this quote in mind for each day that you wake up in the morning. We all, at some point of the time or the other, at some instances or at some situations, into this condition, the present condition which we are facing, we are stressing up, we are ending up being stressed up with some or the other work. But it is important for us to keep our mind cool, to have a control over ourselves, right? Because until and unless you won't have a control, you won't be able to have a positive mindset towards things happening around you, right? Yes. So with this positive thought into our mind, we shall now begin with our academics. So quickly take your YLE textbook and open your textbooks to page number 66 and be ready, students, with a pencil and a eraser in your hand. Yes, students, this was question number 4 was our homework which was given to you all. So here are the answers which I have displayed onto the screen, students. You all can make a note. You all can cross check if you all have done the exercise. Yes, such kind of questions, such kind of exercise we have done earlier many a times, and that is the reason why I had given you all that as your homework. Now we shall go to question number 1 of reading part 5. Yes, some words commonly go together. Match each word or a phrase in the box with the verbs do, make, have, or take. Now, what you have to do in this question number 1 is, students, you have been given some words or phrases into this box. Now, you need to add verbs. They have given you the list also which verbs that should be added. That is do, make, have, or take. These are the verbs which you have to add to the phrase or to the word given in the bracket. So what we are going to do is, students, listen to my instructions. I'm just going to discuss it. But when I display the answers, only then you will make a note of it, because here you will get confused where to write for this, where to write for this. Okay, so you will you will unnecessarily mess the entire exercise question. So it is very important for you to listen first and then make a note of the answers once when I display it. Yes. So I hope that you all have understood what is to be done. You have been given the list of words or phrases in this box, and you need to add the verb to each phrase or the word in the box. The verb list is also being given. No other verbs you have to use. Okay, like do, make, have, or take. So let us begin doing together, students. A bus. What will it be, students? It will be take a bus, right? We say now you take a bus to your college, or you take a bus to the work. It means that you travel by bus. Next, a noise. So the verb over here will be make a noise. You all say no in this class, students. Let's make noise. Yes, to trouble the teacher, right? So make noise. Next, job. It will be again take a job. Yes. Next one, a photo. We say let's take a photo, or let's click a photo together, or let's take a photo together. Yes. So it is take. Sport. Do sport. Do. Okay. Let's do some sport. Right. Next one, an exercise. Again, the verb over here is going to be do. We often say, Right, students? Let's do an exercise together. Next one, an idea. I have an idea. Okay, so this have over here is the verb. So an idea is, the verb over here is have an idea. Next one, a break. Let's have a break. Or even it can be let's take a break. So have and take both can be suitable over here, students. Fun. When you'll go for the picnic, students, many a time your parents or your teachers also say, have fun, right? So have is the verb. A party. Let's have a party tonight, right? So again, the verb over here will be have. A good time. Yes, have a good time. So you're going to write have over here. A mess. Make a mess. Okay, let's make a mess in this room. Next one, a mistake. Yes, what it will be, students? Let's make a mistake. Yes, you'll discuss among yourselves in the classrooms also now. Let's make a mistake and trouble that teacher. Right? So the verb over here will be have. A shower. Let's take a shower together. Right? So the verb over here will be take. Next one, a phone call. Take a phone call. Right? It means that receive the phone call. So again the verb over here will be take. An exam. Let's take an exam of that child. Yes, so the verb over here will be again take. Friends. Let's make some friends in the college. Or let's make some friends in 6B. Okay, so make is the verb over here. An English course. It is important for you to do an English course. So the verb is do, D-O. My homework. Many a time, students, you all say to your friends or to your parents that please do my homework. That is wrong. Okay. It's just the sentence which I'm using. So the verb over there will be do. Notes. Let's make some notes. Make means let us do the markings of the notes together. Okay. So the verb will be make. Then a good time. Let's have a good time together. Yes. So again over here, students, the verb will be have. Lunch at school. Let's have lunch at school together in the same classroom. So again, so the verb lunch at school will be have. Next, make school. The verb is make. Make school. What does that mean, students? That doesn't mean that you are going to make. You as a student will be end up making. Now, we say now, sometimes there are chairman people who discuss, let's build a school over here. So, make is also suitable when we use it into a sentence. Let's make a school. So, make. And last one, do some shopping. Right? We suggest to our friends or to our parents, let's do some shopping. So the verb over here is do. You will write D-O, do. Now let's move to question number 2. Quite an easy one. Find and correct the mistakes in these sentences. Use verbs from exercise 1. So whatever verbs we have done about the list of these verbs, okay, we need to make the use of them in the correct form, and we need to first identify the errors or mistakes in each sentence, and then we have to replace those errors with the verbs given in question number 1. So let us do it together, students. I can't go out because I haven't made my homework yet. Do we say I haven't made? No, I haven't done my homework. So you will cut made and you will write with pencil over here done, D-O-N-E. Now you would say, Miss, this done as a verb is not there in question number 1, but do is there. So we have to change it into the correct form of the verb in order to complete that sentence. Okay, so you may be required to even change the form of the verb. Next, we passed a really good time during our holidays. We had a really good time. So your answer will be HAD, had. Please write the correct answer over here besides the sentence. Next one, my friend Marta is making a party on Sunday evening. Making a party? Is it making sense? No. It is not sounding grammatically correct. So it will be my friend Marta is having a party on on Saturday evening. So having is your verb over there. I'm feeling tired, so I'm going to do a short break. Going to do? No, this do is not applicable over here. So I am feeling tired, so I'm going to take a short break. So your take will be the verb over here, the correct form of the verb. Fifth, I'm sure you will soon know new friends when you change school. You will know? How will you know? No, that's not correct. It will be, I'm sure you will make new friends. So whenever you go to the new, even when you shuffle to a new division students, you'll never know. You'll make friends and then you'll try to know that person in person. Okay. So it will be make. So the answer for the fifth one is make. Next, the primary school kids were doing a lot of noise. Doing, we say, see, you all recollect the memories of your students. When you are in the classroom, the teacher says, stop making noise. Do not make noise. Right? So, the primary school kids were making a lot of noise. So, it is making. Next one, I want to learn Chinese. So, I am giving lessons every week. I am giving. When you want to learn, do you give something, students? No. When you have to learn, you take something. You're taking the classes. It means that you have joined the classes. So taking is the verb over here. And last one, try not to do any mistakes in this exercise. Do. It's not the correct form. Try not to make any mistakes. So the verb over here will be make. Yes, I hope that you all have done this with me. Now, turn your textbooks to page number 67. This is the reading part 5 exercise. Again, the same exercise which was given to you all as homework students. You need to choose the correct option from here. Now, I will be discussing the answers with your students, but you need to pause the video at this moment. You need to do it on your own and then you are going to recheck the answers. So let us read the text together and I will be discussing the answers. You will just make a tick of it below. Many people think sheep aren't very intelligent creatures, but in fact, option D, according. But in fact, according to new research, they may be cleverer than we think. For example, sheep can actually be trained to recognize human faces from photographs. Recognizing faces is an important human social dash. It is an important human social skill. which everyone should have, okay? Not only the humans, but even the animals. However, it seems that sheep are also social animals that can recognize other sheep as familiar humans. Okay. In experiments, researchers trained 8 sheep to recognize the faces of celebrities from photographs. Training involved getting sheep to dash decisions. Training involved getting the sheep to make decisions. Okay? To make decisions about the photos they saw. At one end of a room, they would see 2 different photographs and would receive a dash of food and would receive a reward of food for approaching the photograph of the celebrity. If they approached the wrong photograph, they got nothing. Right? It is the same how you experience, right, students? If you do this, you will end up getting a chocolate or something special. So similarly, they tried this trick for the animals as well. If they are able to recognize a photo of the celebrity, they were rewarded. Yes. Next, last one. Over time, they learned to dash getting food. Over time, they learned to connect getting food with the celebrity's photograph. And after training, the sheep correctly chose the celebrity's face 8 times out of 10. Yes. Now, turn your textbooks to page number 68, reading part 6. Okay. Now what we have to do is, before I take you to solving the exercise, we are going to learn something new in this exercise, and that concept is relative pronoun. You know what is, you students, we are aware that what is a pronoun. Okay, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is replaced, sorry, a noun is replaced by the pronoun. Now, for example, if I say a sentence, Sheetal is a good girl, Sheetal is a pretty girl, Sheetal is a hardworking girl, Sheetal goes to the school. Now, in a sentence, you will never come across that Sheetal, 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 so many times it is being used, right? We say Sheetal is an intelligent girl. She is a hardworking girl. She goes to school every day, right? So this word Sheetal, every time I'm not using, as I used in the beginning and then I used she. So your pronoun over here is she. So what does a pronoun do? A pronoun replaces the noun. Now what is this new concept about relative pronouns? Sorry, about relative pronouns. Now relative pronouns, they are basically used after a noun in a sentence. They come immediately after the noun. And you would ask now students that, why do we make use of this relative pronoun? What's the use, right? So when we are using a relative pronoun in a sentence, it means that we are making it clear which person or which thing about we are talking in specific. Now, relative pronoun, it's not that you have the he, she, it, and so on. Relative pronoun, you have which, who, where, when, and whose. These are the relative pronouns that we make use. Now, I shall display a table, students, wherein you will understand that these 5 relative pronouns Where are you going to use and for what thing are you going to use? So that is really very important. So you all can make a note of it. Yes, I shall display the table now. Yes, so here we have a list of relative pronouns, right? Who? For what do we make use of this relative pronoun? We make use to relate to people as a subject in a sentence. We have studied about, okay, you will be studying about the subject and object in your higher classes, students. Yes. Then we make use of whom, which again relates to the people, but about the object, the main doer in the sentence. Which, it relates to animals or different objects. That, it again relates to people, animals, and things. Oh, that animal. Oh, that giraffe is so huge or so big. Yes. Now you would say which also is used to relate for animals. So which animal the has the longest neck, or it is yes, the tallest, which is the tallest animal, right? Whose, it refers to the possession. Whose bag is that? Whose pen is that? Right? So whose refers to the possession. To whom is it belonging? That it is asking. Where refers to the places. Where will you go in the evening? Yes. Where will you go for the summer vacations? When, it refers to the time. When are you going to complete your homework? When will you go to sleep? So it is asking you the time. When are you going to do that particular action? Okay. Why? It refers to reasons, we are aware. Why do we have to do our studies on time? I need a reason for that. So why, you use them into a sentence when you are asking for a reason. And what relates to things. Okay, so you all can make a note of this table so that it is easy for you to understand where which related pronoun can be used. Now let us go back to our text. Okay, let's solve the exercise together. Correct the mistakes in these sentences using the relative pronouns in the box. The fish who I saw was a shark, I think. Who I saw? No. Who is wrong, students? The fish, that, or which, both can be correct. The fish which I saw or the fish that I saw was a shark, I think. Next. Buenos Aires, which my cousin lived, is a long way from here. Buenos Aires is the name of a place, okay? Which, no, where my cousin lives. It is pointing, no, where. So it is W-H-E-R-E. So you are going to underline and write the answer over here besides the sentence. Next, my big sister Leila, that is 17, is going to university next year. That, no. Who is 17? Okay, so the relative pronoun will be who over here. The neighbors, which house is much bigger than ours, have 2 hours. The neighbors, it will be whose. It will not be which. It is not sounding correct, students. So the answer for the fourth one is whose. W-H-O-S-E. That's the boy which I told you about. Yes. Which. It's not the correct relative pronoun being used. There is a mistake. So that's the boy who I told you about. So it is who. W-H-O. Next one. It was in February where the weather was cold that I bought this coat. Now here, where is it pointing to a place? No, it is pointing to a time over here. It was in February when the weather was cold. So it is when, W-H-E-N. A good cook is someone who makes who food always tastes good. Whose, the correct one is whose. Who is not sounding at all correct, students. Whose. And last, there's the house that I used to live. Yes, there's the house where I used to live, not that. Where is pointing, okay? So where I used to live. Okay, now let us move to the second one. Complete each sentence with one word. Now this, yes students, we need to fill the sentence with the word. Now your hint is not given, so you have to read each sentence and you have to decide that which word will be suitable. The girl dash lives in that house goes to my school. The girl who lives in that house, so it will be WHO. Now you would say, Miss, we have to put relative pronoun. No, we don't have to put relative pronoun over here, students. We have to fill the each sentence correctly by using one word in each gap. In some countries, you can't drive a car unless you are 18. Yes, unless. Or instead you are 18. Even instead is correct. Or even until is correct. Until you are 18. You are 18 means you are 18 years old. Okay. Third, we'll go to the shopping mall tomorrow if we have enough time. Fourth, take some money with you. Take some money with you in case you want to buy a drink. In case means by chance if you have to buy a drink. I always like to take part in as many different sports as I can. And last, let's leave now so we don't have to run to catch the bus. If we leave now, so we will not have to run to catch the bus. Now students, we filled the answers from 1 to 6. Now in question number 3, we need to tell whether it was the verb, whether it was a preposition, whether it was a relative pronoun. Yes, so you are not going to write the answers what we have discussed. You will just write the numbers. Yes. First one, which is the verb form? Yes, it is number 3 if we have enough time. So you will write number 3 over here. That's it. Next, which sentence used linking words or part of linking expressions? Which were those sentences, students? Here, unless, until that we have put. So number 2. Then take some money with you in case. So it is again number 4. So number 2, number 4 and number 6. So it is linking to the two sentences, right? So it is number 2, number 4 and number 6. We are using linking words or expressions. Next, prepositions. Where did we make use of preposition? We also made use of the preposition over here, students, in second, unless. Okay. And number 5, I always like to take part in as many different sports as I can. So we have made use of the prepositions in sentence 2 and sentence 5. And last, relative pronoun, students, the first one itself, the girl who lives. So it is going to be number 1 over here. Now, let's move to question number 4. In pairs, look at the gaps in each paragraph and for each one decide what kind of word is needed. Then complete each gap with one suitable word. Okay. Now here again the same exercise which we have done of question 2. There are no words. We need to use our own brains for filling those blanks, and we have to use it correctly. The words which we use should be correct and it should be matching with the sentence in the question. So let us do it together. Snow biking is a new winter sport which is now becoming very popular. Popular means very famous. It's similar to mountain biking in that it involves riding down steep hills, often at high speed, but no snow or ice, dash of an ordinary ground, but no snow or ice instead of an ordinary ground. Snow biking tires dash have to be wider. Yes, snow biking tires therefore or even hence can be used, H-E-N-C-E. Therefore or hence have to be wider than those on a mountain bike, so that the wheels don't slip on icy surfaces. Yes, I hope that you all have made a note of these answers, students. Now it is time for it's time for me to give you your homework. Quickly turn your textbooks to page number 69. And this question of reading part 6 is going to be your homework. Okay. Now there is a text which is being given. You need to complete this text, students, by choosing the appropriate answer or appropriate word for filling that blank. Now that option is not given. You need to read the sentences and you have to decide one word which is suiting in each gap. So this is going to be your homework which you will be doing in your textbook itself, students. And I shall not display the answers now. I will display it in the next video. Now I shall display the answers for your students. So kindly make a note of the answers. See how I have written do, have, take and all. So please, you can pause the video. Make a note of the answers because I had asked you about question number 1. You will be doing once I show the answer key. Okay. And here are the sentences, how I have made the corrections. This I had already displayed it earlier, students. Here are the answers for them. I'm scrolling down, students. You all can pause the video wherever you want, make a note of the answers and then move ahead. If you all have missed out something, you all can surely make a note of the answers. Okay, that's it, students, for today. Yes, I hope that you all are uploading your notes. Yes, many students have by mistakenly uploaded other subject notes in English folder. Please don't do that, students. It's a humble request. Kindly upload the notes in the correct subject only, so that there is no misunderstanding, and kindly ensure that you all have completed reader, all the 3 lesson notes, the worksheets which you all had sent me in the month of April or June through mails. Please upload those worksheets onto the drive, into the folder of the worksheet, because they are going to be checked from there itself. Yes, so kindly upload. Most of the students have not uploaded the worksheets, so you are going to upload it. Yes, students. And yes, that's it for today, students. We will meet again in the next video. Till then, be safe and be at home.